This video has been, well, kind of hell for me because I didn't know exactly how I would make this video. In my last video, I made Halo, so I figured, why not do Overwatch 2? And I tried, but then that fell apart. Then I had another idea, which was going to be talking about remakes and which ones are good and which ones are bad, and why they're good and why they're bad. Basic shit. But I also just felt with it. So, yeah, I was just trapped at one point, I had no idea. Until a big event came around. An event that I couldn't believe. Silent Hill 2. Now, I want to be clear on something. I never played the Silent Hill games, but I know Silent Hill 2 by heart because it's simply just a masterpiece of a survival horror game. Like, without memeing or anything like that, this is one of the greatest horror games I've ever experienced. And learning about James and other characters and learning about the monsters, it's like, dude, it's amazing. It is simply a masterpiece. And I don't want to go too far into it because I don't want to make it into a big, long video. But yeah, Silent Hill 2 was just the greatest game to me, despite the fact that I have never played it. But knowing of its lore and understanding exactly what it's about, it's just simply fascinating. Like, the Silent Hill franchise is just simply fascinating to me, and I just would love to play a good game. Yeah, I'm not talking about Downpour or Homecoming. No. I'm talking about the OG shit. I'm not talking about the HD collection either. That one's apparently hot fucking garbage, so I'm not getting that. But Silent Hill 2, you know? That's the game that is always talked about whenever Silent Hill is just brought up. Like, people remember the first one and the third one, and even 4, which is considered a cult classic because it wasn't even supposed to be Silent Hill 4. It was just called The Room. So, yeah. But there is one thing about Silent Hill 2, and it's its ending. There is no true ending. Nobody knows exactly of its ending, but also is the fact of how, it's just simply woven beautifully. Like, it just really is. And I loved, the character of James and how we see him as a man that was basically mentally and even physically abused by his wife that was, well, dead, dying, basically. The only reason why he returned to Silent Hill was because he got a letter from his dead wife some years ago. So it's like, it's a big mystery now. Like, who is this Mary? What was Mary like? And oh God, why was she such a bitch? And James, why are you such a bitch too? It's clear that, there is no good or evil about James. He is simply, well, human. He wasn't some guy trying to save his kid. He wasn't some daughter trying to, avenge her father's death. James was just himself. Now, Silent Hill 2 being remade kind of threw me off a little bit at first, but I didn't mind that. But what does bother me is two important things. The publisher is Konami. If you know about the whole fiasco with Konami, I won't really get too deep into how corrupted they are. But to basically put it mildly, Konami basically has fallen off for a good long while. Their last game was Metal Gear Survive, which did horribly, and it was mainly due to the fact that Hideo Kojima was not involved with this game because they fired him for not sexual harassment, not being a dickhead to his employees. No. Apparently, they fired him because he was too expensive to work with, hence why PT was canceled, aka Silent Hills was canceled, because, well, it was too expensive. Yeah. So, Konami basically fell off horribly. They tried to, revive themselves, but nobody really appeared to have, any interest for them. Even when they said that, yo, we're going to bring back Castlevania, Metal Gear Solid, remember Metal Gear? Oh, Silent Hill, you want Silent Hill? We'll give you Silent Hill. Just some dumb shit, you know what I mean? It's just some pretty dumb shit that you just couldn't really understand. Then we got, well, Then we got like the development team that I'll give you a hint who they are. I'm playing their game right now. Yeah, Bloober team. Now, to kind of put it mildly about Bloober, they're just a Polish company that makes mediocre games. They're pretty much considered like the cheap whore in the back alley that is a good suck for $5. But no more though, because my God, as much as it pays me to say it, like it bothers me to say like, oh, they're cheap bitches. It's like they kind of are. Like they really really are at this point. It's just something that I don't know. It's just the way they made their games is just so like poor. Layers of Fear 1 and 2 were not as good as you expect it to be. The Blair Witch game, oh God. Don't even get me started on that shit. This was a game that I don't even think was meant to be Blair of Witch, but their publisher pretty much was like, yeah, no, Blair Witch or no game, bitch. I also think that like the medium was not as good as you'd expect it to be. Like I tried it and just it wasn't as interesting. I apologize, but it really wasn't. It was something that just it never occurred. It never like got to me. It never occurred to me that like this was supposed to be a scary game. This just was just dull. Just a dull game. But I think what just made me laugh and enjoy the Silent Hill 2 remake announcement was that Bloober Team was responsible for this. See, like, about, like, what was it, a year ago, there was this whole thing that I remembered that apparently Bloober Team was supposed to be working on a Silent Hill game. This was big news, and we didn't know what it was. People were saying it was a remake, there were some saying it wasn't. Like, there was no real confirmed idea. It was just, hey, they're making a Silent Hill game. How bad could it possibly be? Well, yeah, no, it's not going to be good. Like, visually, it doesn't look good. Like, the monsters look pretty unique, but James just... Jesus Christ, James looks ugly and terrible as shit. And people have been memeing on this game. Like, this game clearly is not being liked by a lot of people. And it's also bad because it's also overshadowed by a lot of other games as well. Mainly 2 Silent Hill games. One of them is called Silent Hill F, which I think is supposed to be the one set in 60s Japan. Your guess is as good as mine what that one is, but yeah, like everyone's kind of more interested in those ones than the remake, especially with how Sony being Sony. So yeah, I yeah, this is a good game so far. This doesn't really attract my attention, but sadly, guys, this is the only good remake of a classic game that we'll ever get. So I guess we're going to have to buy it, Like, we're going to have to just suck it up, somehow buy it on PC or PlayStation, and just accept the fact this is the only good remake that we're going to get of a popular, like... What? Okay, hey, okay, I'll read the paper. Hey. Wait. Is this real? You're fucking with me, right? Is this real? Oh my God. Guys, you're not going to believe this. Resident Evil 4 remake just dropped literally the day after the Silent Hill stream. Like, holy shit! Do you guys know what this means? We got a good game coming, and you know what? It does look good. It looks fan-fucking-tastic. I'm sorry, I'm trying not to swear so much. I don't want to say your name in vain, God, because you know what? I want good shit happening with this game. You hear me? I want good shit happening from this game. Like, it already looks phenomenal. The art design looks good. The gameplay looks pretty fun and unique. They're even adding the same quirky shit from the original. They have the... You're not going to believe this, guys. They have him back. They have our boy. He has returned. Holy shit. I cannot wait to hear his iconic voice lines, and I cannot wait to buy shit for him so he could feed his family. Like, dude, that is simply amazing. Holy shit. I love it. It is simply just, it looks so good. You know what the best part is? You can parry a fucking chainsaw with the knife. Parry a chainsaw with the knife. What the fuck? That is incredible. Silent Hill 2 or like Silent Shit 2. Because you know what? Nah, all my money's going to that. Capcom, you know how to do it right. You can be a crazy son of a bitch at times with your cocaine-fueled habits. But you know what? Fuck it. I'll let you do it this time, you sober bastard. Oh my god. Oh fuck. I'm gonna guys, I'm about to come. I'm gonna fucking come, you know? Like, sorry, stranger. I can't give credit. Come back when you're a little richer.